Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Yangyang. I'm a first-year PhD student at the Community Health Sciences Department in the Cummings School of Medicine, and I'm running as your next VP External. I only have 2 minutes, so let's cut to the chase. A couple things that I really want to do as the VP External is 1, represent you to government, and 2, represent you to media, and 2.B, get media to come over at the UFC. So let's start with that bit. I have a very strong background in media broadcasting. I've worked as a reporter, as a producer, as a television host, and I've done this across different countries. I've worked in London, in New York, in Beijing, and in Milan and Rome. So I have a lot of connections with broadcasters across the world, and I do intend to bring these over, or to use my connections as much as I can to bring them over and increase the exposure of the University of Calgary, because I believe it is in our collective interest to get our reputation out there as much as possible, because we're well known in Alberta, we're doing pretty okay in Canada, but when I tell people that I go to the University of Calgary, especially after I tell them that I went and did my master's at New York University and the London School of Economics, they kind of give me that look and go, where the heck is Calgary? And you know what? That's really unfair, because our school is amazing, and I'm so proud to be a graduate student here, that I feel like it is my responsibility and it is my passion to bring as much media exposure to our campus as possible, especially as we're going to be celebrating our 50th year anniversary. One of the things I've started doing is to draft a proposal to the Central China Television that I've worked with before very successfully. So fingers crossed that they'll come over. As on the government level, one of my biggest passions is to attract and retain international students to the University of Calgary. So one thing I'll be doing is to lobby to the Minister of Education and to other municipal governments and such to extend the cap that we have on tuition, to try and push for the removal of what's called the labor market impact assessment that actually withholds a lot of international students from being able to stay and work here after they graduate. So those are things that are very high on my agenda. Other things that I will do to attract international students and retain them is to go on GU15 meetings, go sit on the executive board of the Alberta GPAC, which this GSA has been so fundamental in establishing, and to listen to graduate representatives like yourself across Canada and see what it is that works in Toronto, in Vancouver, in Montreal, and so on, and how can we apply that knowledge locally here at the UFC. Another little pet project of mine that I'm very proud of is a quality money grant a project funded by the GSA's Quality Money Grant, which is called Community, wordplay between camera and community. And this is a platform that I'm building that will create a visual map of how graduate students across different campuses and across departments are essentially connected to one another, so that we can establish a more fundamental core graduate student identity together as a whole. This is a platform I've been working on for a while now, and my web designer is telling me that we'll probably be able to launch it in May. So hopefully by the next GRC meeting, I'll have something to show for. That's about it. Thank you very much for your time and listening to this. Sorry again for not being able to be there, but I hope you will support me, and please vote. Thanks.